The thinnest phone ever made this 2025. And this is the iPhone Air. Grabe ang nipis nito phone na ito. And pag hinawakan mo siya, it feels like the Moto Razr back in the days. Yung unang version ng Moto Razr, flip phone And honestly, ito phone na ito would give you a whole new experience sa smartphone. And pag-usapan natin kung kamusta naman ang feel ko dito sa phone na ito after 2 weeks of usage. Tara, pag-usapan natin. Now, the usual iPhone box, medyo kakaiba siya, no? Makita mo, it's the side ang pinapakita na dito, not the front ng phone. And honestly, it's really thin, pati ang kanyang box is really thin din as well. Buksan natin. Ito ang bumbungan agad sa'yo. Hindi siya nakatalikod And pagtanggal mo ng phone, you'll see a welcome message like this one. Ang sinasabi na dito, you no longer need a physical SIM dahil eSIM na to. Ang tanong, kung ready ka nga ba to go all full eSIM? May pros and cons dito gumamit ng eSIM dahil pag globe postpaid ang ginamit mo, one-time use na ang kanyang QR. Hindi ka pwede palipat-lipat. So meaning, kung ayaw mo na gamitin ng eSIM mo dito sa iPhone Air, pahirapan na naman mag-contact sa Globe Service Center for you to replace another QR code. Pero ang experience ko naman sa smart postpaid, walang naging problema dahil pwede mong palipat-lipat ang iyong eSIM from one phone to another. All you need to do is just deactivate and activate mo sa other phone. Si Globe tsaka si dito, pahirapan. So meron siyang braided na C2C cable and yan na ang unboxing natin. Ganun kasimple lang. Now itong iPhone Air na may 12 gigs of RAM and 256 GB of storage is currently selling at 70,000 pesos which mabibili mo sa Beyond the Box store, online and offline. I'll post the link on the description or just simply click yung link dyan na biglang lilitaw para maiwasan nyo ang scam kasi sobrang daming posers this coming Christmas. And kahit hindi Christmas, marami pa rin scammers. So mag-ingat tayo. So use the link na pinoprovide natin na official. First impression dito sa phone na ito is sobrang gaan niya at just 165 grams. This is probably one of the thinnest phone na nahawakan ko at this size. And mind you guys, sobrang nipis itong phone na ito. It's just 5.6mm thick, which is currently the thinnest phone ever made this 2025. And by far sa lahat ng phones na nilabas si Apple for this year, ito lang ang only one that has a titanium na frames. The rest, bumalik sa aluminum. Now, harap nito is a ceramic shield 2 and ang likod nito is a ceramic shield 1 na glass. IP68 dust and water resistant, so therefore may certain level of protection to against water and dust. Pero of course, syempre hindi ko kayo in-encourage na i-dunk this sa water, lalo ko nagbabakasyon kayo this coming Christmas season. And currently ito phone nito is running iOS 26.2. One thing na hindi ko masyado trip dito sa kanyang gilid is masyado siyang shiny, so therefore punas ako ng punas sa mga fingerprint. But yung kanyang likod is definitely feeling premium and matte finish nga pala siya. Now, isa sa nakakatuwa dito sa iPhone Air is ang dami ng color. May white, may black, may gold, tsaka may blue siya. Ang white ang pinakamalinis tingnan among all of the other colors na nakita ko sa mga demo units na naka-display sa Beyond the Box na concept stores. Though the black looks good, pero the white is definitely the runaway color para sa akin. Ito ang kanyang single camera lens which for me, medyo nabitin ako dito pagdating sa photography, which pag-usapan natin later. Now, on day-to-day usage to phone na ito, okay naman siya. Wala akong naging problema dito sa kanya. It was able to give me yung basic tasks na ginagawa ko on a day-to-day basis. Okay na okay siya for multitasking, video editing, taking some phone calls, chatting on FaceTime. Lahat naman maning-mani naman dito sa phone na ito. You won't feel any sluggishness naman dito sa phone na ito. And it's being powered by the A19 Pro chip ni Apple. And it was able to give me 1.68 million points dito sa Antutu benchmark, which is a little bit low compared sa mga Android na flagship phone. But of course, this is just a benchmark. Most important dito is yung user experience natin. Dahil this is definitely not a gaming phone, pero kaya naman na maglaro ng games, which tatalakayin natin a little bit later. Kung gusto mo makita mga ibang benchmark na ginawa natin, here you go. Pagdating sa battery, dito ka mamibitin dito sa phone na ito. Despite it being thin, hindi pa rin ginamit ng team ni Tim Cook ang silicon carbon technology, which could probably bump up yung kanyang battery size or yung battery capacity without sacrificing yung weight. This one is still using a lithium-ion na 3,149 mAh. And despite this one having a small battery size, maliit din ang kanyang charging speed at just still 20 watts dahil this one is just a PD 2.0 and 20 watts din ang kanyang wireless charging. 0 to 50% takes you around mga 30 minutes or so. So, completing the full charging cycle might take you a little bit above an hour to finish yung full charging cycle. Pagdating naman sa battery endurance of phone na ito, I don't think it has one of the best battery among sa mga iPhone 17 series na nilabas for this year. This one could barely last me for a whole day, lalo kung medyo mas heavy user ka pa, baka kalating araw pa lang ubos na itong battery mo. So, best if you bring a power bank when you travel. Ano nga ba nire-recommend ko? You can try Ugreen and Anker brand. Now, if you want to check the full specs nito iPhone Air, here you go. Okay din naman ang kanyang display dahil this one has a 6.5-inch na LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED display with 120Hz of screen refresh rate and mataas din ang kanyang max brightness at 3000 nits. One good thing dito sa kanya is meron siya anti-reflective na coating which nababawasan konti ang kanyang glare pag medyo masilaw ang araw or masilaw ang fluorescent lamp. Now, kung nanood ka naman ng contents dito on your phone like social media, expect naman pag browsing mo dito talagang smooth na ma-experience, you don't expect anything less from a iPhone. Very optimized naman siya pagdating sa Facebook, pag-upload, and even pagdating sa native app ng TikTok, if you use the front-facing camera to shoot and upload, it still has one of the best qualities pagdating sa uploading to TikTok platform. Now, kung nanood ka naman ng videos naman dito on YouTube, expect mo rin naman to give you a really good experience dahil yung kanyang screen is, well, one of the top-notch so far, and sobrang immersive din naman mga experience na makukuha mo dito on this phone while you're watching your favorite contents. Now, pagdating sa sounds, medyo red flag para sa akin. Bakit? This one only has one loud firing speaker. Take note you're paying 70,000 pero iisa lang ang speaker na meron mo dito. Diyan medyo dehado si iPhone Air para sa akin. Dito lumalabas ang kanyang sound dito sa kanyang earpiece and medyo mabibiting na nga talaga. Kung ayaw nyo maniwala, eto, pakinggan nyo na lang. So, honestly, ako, nabitin ako sa sound. Mag-sound tripping ka sa Spotify, watching your favorite movies, talagang mabibitin ka. Kahit sa gaming, medyo mabibitin ka pagdating sa sound. So, better to put on your favorite TWS like the AirPods Pro 3. It would give you a better experience. Now, naglaro naman ako ng tatlong title dito, knowing naman na very much capable naman si A19 Pro. So, I did try Call of Duty Mobile, Wuthering Waves, and si Genshin Impact. Pagdating kay Call of Duty Mobile, very smooth naman naging gameplay ko dito sa kanya. The touch response was good, umabot ako ng 120 FPS. Consistent naman siya, no? Wala akong na-feel na frame drops naman along the way. And honestly, the game experience was good. Though one thing na napansin ko is it's a little bit hot for a Call of Duty Mobile ng game. Umabot siya ng 44 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Genshin Impact, umabot tayo ng 120 FPS. And Wuthering Waves, umabot tayo ng 60 FPS. Both of these games, honestly, wala ako na-feel na frame drops. And the gameplay was quite good. Probably the only reklamo ko lang dito sa kanya is talagang mabibiting ka sa sounds kasi medyo mahina. So I was able to put on my favorite TWS to give me a better sound experience pagdating sa gameplay. Wala naman ako na-feel na lags, frame drops along the way. Kahit medyo heavy na yung battle, so okay pa rin ang gameplay niya. Wala kang mafe-feel talaga na pag-delay. Pinakamainit na inabot ng Genshin Impact is 46 degrees Celsius and pinakamainit na inabot ng Wuthering Waves is 48 degrees Celsius. Now, of course, gusto lang natin i-try ang camera ni iPhone Air. Is it good? Is it bad? Dahil this one only has one single lens dito sa likod. And this is a 48MP na main camera sensor na may OIS and it can shoot you up to 4K and 60 FPS. Ang kanyang front-facing camera is 18MP which can also shoot you up to 4K and 60. So, simulan muna natin ang ating camera analysis with outdoor shots from the iPhone Air. Now, pag tinignan mo naman mga shots na ito on outdoor, expect mo magandang kanyang color, sharp na sharp siya. And you won't find any problem naman dito sa mga photos from the iPhone Air. Talagang magugustuhan mo mga photos niya dahil it looks really nice and very detailed naman mga pictures na capture mo dito on bright lit na outdoors. Kahit itong simple shot na ito, kita mo yung mga alambre, mga details niya, talagang intact talaga siya. Yung mga color greens niya are quite natural. Medyo a little bit saturated konti, pero more of the natural tone ng attack ni iPhone Air. Now, if you go indoor to capture some product shot, you'll be able to capture some really nice details, pati mga color niya is almost color accurate naman based sa akin nakita sa akin mata. And some of these low light shots, makita mo talagang okay okay siya. Except that wala siyang ultra-wide and wala rin siyang telephoto lens. Yun lang siguro is something na talagang hahanap-hanapin mo dito sa iPhone Air. But if you're just trying to take mga normal snaps, talagang okay naman mga photos na makakapture mo dito. Be it low light, medyo well-lit na indoor, talagang okay na okay gamitin itong kanyang camera for taking photos. And I don't expect anything less. Now, pagdating naman sa outdoor, yung kanyang front-facing camera, then was able to take some really nice snap na selfies. And medyo shaded na shadow, okay naman. Wala kang naging problema. And kahit indoor, no, expect mo to be a little bit softer, pero hindi siya sometimes as soft as yung mga Androids na smartphones. Mas sharper pa ang mga nakakapture ko dito indoors compared sa mga Androids na mid-ranger. And here's a video from the front-facing camera. Guys, ito iPhone Air. Right now, shooting at 4K and 60 FPS. Pretty stable naman siya. Parang wala naman siya masyadong differences from the iPhone 17. And I can say it's sharp. Perfect na perfect for vlogging. Itong iPhone Air. And ito naman na-capture ko using the rear one. Guys, how natin right now is the iPhone Air. And recording at 4K and 60 FPS. And just simply panning around. Smooth naman siya, no? Nakamaging differences from the other models like the iPhone 17. Okay naman siya, no? Basically, okay na okay siya for vlogging. Except na siguro one lens lang ang meron niya. Yun lang siguro downside niya. Now guys, with a really good phone like the iPhone Air, talagang it's quite revolutionary. Probably the only thing na mabibitin ka dito sa kanya is yung kanyang camera is just one sensor. Ako medyo I need a telephoto lens, so definitely medyo mahirap gamitin to phone na ito pagdating sa photography. And another thing dito sa kanya is that this one is only eSIM capable. So if you're not eSIM ready, talagang mahihirapan ka mag-migrate to this smartphone. Though yung kanyang razor thin is definitely one of the good experiences dito sa phone na ito, but there are times na feel mo pag nilagay mo sa pocket at inupo mo, baka there's probably may tendency na baka ma-UP mo to. I'm not quite sure kung meron na nag-bend test nito. Let me know in the comments kung meron kayo nakita ng nag-bend test. Pero sa nipis nito, I think it's a little bit fragile para sa akin. Kaya guys, are you willing to invest on the iPhone Air? Let me know in the comments kung nag-tripan nyo itong phone na ito. And if you know anyone na naghahanap ng review ng iPhone Air, don't forget to share this video to them. And of course, ina-encourage ko kayo to like, subscribe dito sa ating channel so you don't miss out yung mga kakaibang review just like the iPhone Air. So paano yan guys? Hanggang dito muna ako and I'll see you on my next video. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.